Hello, I am Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful. Welcome back to another new vlog, and without wasting much of your time, we are going to be joining the Anambra State Government media to show you the Anambra Investment Summit 2024, changing the gear. Changing the gear, that's the topic. And this is a way of the Anambra State government to attract investment into Anambra State, Nigeria. And we are going to showcase you that. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm still Kodili-nye, the son of wonderful. Let us join them, ABS broadcasting service, and see what's going on there. Stay tuned.
Him as our leader at this time that we needed a Messiah, the game changer, the trailblazer, the rave of the moment. In Yoruba, you will be called Ogad by Yung Yung. In Hausa, you will be called Megidamu. In Efik, you will call him Etiadao Sungyin. In Latin, you will be called Dox Nosta Magnus, meaning Eziboto Nyendu, a great leader. The power of one man. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the man, Professor Charles Chukuma Soludo, CFR, Mr. Solution. Please, can we put our hands together for him? Ladies and gentlemen, I understand the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, yes, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is heavily represented here today by the Minister, the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, Dr. Emeka Vitalis Obi, MNI. Please put your hands together for His Excellency. We want to welcome, ladies and gentlemen, the Deputy Governor of Anambra State, Dr. Onyeka Ibezim. Welcome. We have in our midst Ambassador Isaac Parashina, the Kenyan High Commissioner to Nigeria. We also have in our midst, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hilary Umunna, the Regional General Manager, to Airport Manager, the representative of the Honorable Minister of Aviation and Aerospace, Honorable SAN. We also have in our midst, ladies and gentlemen, the Speaker of the Anambra State House of Assembly, ably represented by the Deputy Speaker of the Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Chuma Okoye. We also have a great African woman, an Amazon, the resident representative of the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, talking about Miss Elsie Atafua. Ma, you're welcome. We will not leave out Mr. Emeka Ozigwe, the Group Managing Director for Strategy, Africa Export-Import Bank. And also, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cornelius Adebayo, the Executive Secretary of the National Agricultural Land Development Agency, NALDA. And then Mr. Oliver Alauba, the Chairman or the Chief Executive Officer, United Bank for Africa. And we have Mr. Mustafa Chike Obi, who is the Chairman of Fidelity Bank PLC and also Chairman of ansippa. We welcome you. And Mrs. Nneka Onyali, the Chairman and CEO of Fidelity Bank PLC. Mr. Haruna Abrahaman is the Executive Director NNPC Gas Marketing Limited. We have in our midst members of the Anambra State House of Assembly, honorable commissioners of Anambra State, representatives from the organized private sector, man and chambers of commerce, distinguished leaders, Chief Cosmos Maduka, who prefers to be called Dr. Cosmos Maduka, and then Chief Innocent Chukuma and Chief Emeka Ofo. Honored guests, esteemed colleagues and members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we welcome you to this year's Anambra State Investment Summit. And I want to let you know that I am not alone in the business of comparing this event. I have with me the great one himself, Ebuka Obi Uchendo. Can we put your hands together for him?
Thank you very much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to the Anambra Investment Summit 2024, or as we like to call it at ansippa 2.0. We are gathered here again a year later to continue the message we started last year. I think last year His Excellency was very, very emphatic when he said Anambra will no longer be a transit point. It will become a destination. And I think we're starting to see the fruits of that labor. Our hands together for ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody who was here last year can see the marked difference already. We've started seeing some of the fruits from last year yield results. We saw the exhibition outside. And even just driving around Oka, you can see changes already with the infrastructure. So it's no surprise that His Excellency won the award, like you said, as the best governor for infrastructure. If you go to Onitsha, it's even more impressive. It looks like a completely different city, and I know that that is a sign of even more things to come for Anambra State. Ladies and gentlemen, my co-anchor here has said a lot. If there's one thing I learned from the event last year, is that His Excellency does not like to waste time. So we're going to keep things very, very quick and short this year. And he doesn't like to be called His Excellency, like I've been told. Mr. Governor, thank you very much for having us here today. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be getting a lot of inspiration from today's event. We have a few panels coming up, but we also have a lot of goodwill messages that will be coming up as well. I have a very someone I say is a favorite speaker of mine who's going to be speaking today, the chairman of Charis, Chief Cosmos Maduka, who tells some of the most beautiful stories. If you've ever heard him speak, you know that you are in for an inspiring afternoon here today. But aside from that, I think the one key message we want everyone to leave with from here today is that Anambra is open for business. It's no mistake that Anambra State is number one when it comes to fiscal responsibility and transparency. It's not a miracle. It's hard work that Anambra State is number one with ease of doing business in the southern states. There's a lot to be done in Anambra State. And I hope that besides all of the speeches you're going to hear today, we also want you to network. And in spite of government, you know, the private sector is very important to us. So we're hoping that you network today, make those contacts, and bring those investments and opportunities back here so that Anambra can truly shine, like our wonderful anthem says. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be getting a quick opening remark. Like I said, we're trying to keep things very quick and sharp today so that we'll all be done here as early as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gathered here because the people and the government of Anambra have invited us here today to hear their side so that they can join us in this beautiful ride. And the Anambra Investment Summit is the best way to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, Anambra State Investment Promotion and Protection Agency are the key hosts for today, and it's only fitting that I call on our chief host, if I may say that. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me as I welcome on stage the MD of ansippa, Mark Okoye.
I'm not the chief host, I'm the daily host. My boss is the chief host, Mr. Governor. His Excellency, Mr. Isaac Panashina, the High Commissioner of the Kenyan High Commission, Mr. Governor, Anambra State Governor, Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, please permit me to stand on audio and existing protocol. Good morning and welcome to the second edition of the Anambra Investment Summit. It is a great honor to address you today as we embark on a crucial chapter in Anambra's journey of transformation. This year's theme, Changing Gears, Accelerating Anambra's Economic Transformation, speaks to the collective resolve we share to shift Anambra into high gear, moving from potential, from aspiration to action. As we reflect on the progress from the last year's summit, I am proud to highlight the significant strides we have made. The projects signed and launched in the first summit are no longer just ideas. They are actively being implemented across the state and are at varying levels of implementation, which you will see in the documentary that follows my speech. Some of those agreements have also crystallized into investment-ready opportunities, while others are still a work in progress. The progress the Soludo administration has made is a testament to the commitment the governor has towards making Anambra a thriving investment destination. But before I proceed, I would like to take a brief moment to recognize someone very special in the crowd today. With all due respect to protocol, sir, I must acknowledge the presence of my lovely mother, Chief Mrs. Christy Okoye, whose blood, sweat, and tears have shaped who I am today, and her sacrifices and unwavering support are the reason I stand here today. Thank you, Mom, for everything. Now, moving forward, this year, we are taking the next step in our journey. Changing gears requires not just momentum, but a strategic focus on the future. Despite the challenges we faced, it is clear that the role of policymakers is to come up with actionable solutions that make a tangible difference in the lives of our residents. Governor Soludo and his team, which I'm a proud member of, have shown unwavering dedication to transforming Anambra from a place of opportunity to a destination for investment and prosperity. The goal is simple: to make Anambra a beacon of sustainable growth and economic development. This summit is a critical part of the vision. It's our collective duty to focus on long-term planning and the creation of a framework that will ensure the sustainable growth of our economy. One that guarantees prosperity and transformation, not just today, but for generations to come. As someone who has had the privilege of serving in the state government for the past 12 to 13 years, I can say with certainty and sincerity that the foundation Governor Soludo is laying today will be fully and deeply appreciated in the future when the positive impact of his work will be felt by generations that follow and generations unborn. Our approach has been very clear. We are no longer dreaming about development, as he tells us. We are preparing for it. The Soludo administration is leading the charge in ensuring that projects are not merely conceptualized, but they are investment ready. Through strategic investments in key infrastructure, including land acquisition, master planning, special economic zone status applications, and essential utilities such as power and water, we are ensuring that our projects are not only bankable, but they are sustainable. This level of preparation is the big difference between how we view project development today compared to the past. It is the model that can position Anambra and Nigeria as a whole on a trajectory of growth that will unlock billions of dollars of investment that are currently sitting idle due to lack of preparation and foresight. At this summit, we are presenting a range of projects that are ripe for investment. Our booths today are manned by experts who will walk you through these opportunities, providing you with detailed investment teasers and the chance to fill out our electronic expression of interest forms. Whether we represent a financial institution, a high net worth individual, or a private investor, I invite you to explore these opportunities with us and join us in changing gears in Anambra State and Anambra's future. I would like to take the moment to thank our esteemed sponsors, Fidelity Bank PLC, UBA PLC, Zenith Bank PLC, Cardinal Stone, Oranto Petroleum, the United Nations Development Program, the European Union, and the Africa Export-Import Bank for their generous support, both in cash and in kind. I would also like to recognize our transport and logistics partner, Oma Motors, whose made in Anambra CNG vehicles have been moving our delegates around the city seamlessly. Your support has been invaluable, and we're deeply grateful. As we move forward, let me leave you with this message. Anambra is a land of infinite opportunities, and as you all know, the solution is here. Thank you, sir, and God bless.
I think he deserves a bigger round of applause. Very good job by Ansippa. They are doing a lot of work to continue to showcase Anambra State and make sure that we get the message that Anambra, like I said, is open for business. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't necessarily listen to him, which I doubt, or get the message, we have a very quick documentary for you to give you a bit of an insight into all the great things that the Anambra Investment Summit has been up to in the past year and all the good work that ansippa continues to do. So please pay attention to the screens. Is here with us. Can we give him a big round of applause? Thank you very much. We also have Chief, or the Divisional Head of the SME Directorate at the Bank of Industry, which is Cynthia Walker, is here with us. Can we give her a big round of applause? Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on very swiftly now to our goodwill messages. And to those of us who are going to be coming up to speak, we know you love Anambra State, but try and keep it as short as possible. Let's not love the state too long, because we have quite a lot of messages to get to today. Let's try and keep it to about 3 minutes. We love your stories, but please keep it as short as possible. When the love is short, it's sweeter. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be calling on our first goodwill message person here, the country director of the United Nations Development Program. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Ms. Elsie Atafu as she joins us here on stage, ladies and gentlemen. Well, shall we on stage, ladies and gentlemen, we're joined here by one of, I think we're very, very proud of him in Anambra. In the nation as a whole, we continue to do amazing things in the business community. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Emeka Ofo is here with us. Can we give him a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? Sir E, you're welcome, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the country director of the UNDP.
Can you all see me? I feel like I'm short here. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Anambra, Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, CFR. Let me recognize also the Honorable Minister of Regional Development, Honorable Abubakar Momo, Excellency, the High Commissioner of Kenya, and permit me to stand on existing protocols in the interest of time. First of all, program by extension, the United Nations family, let me say how delighted we are to be here to support the solutions agenda. And in a special way, let me also say that, Excellency, I'm here in Mayakwete to show solidarity with the people of Anambra today. Whilst I have the floor, let me also take the opportunity to thank the people of Anambra for the very warm welcome to us as United Nations Development Program. But importantly, Anambra has been friends with the United Nations. And when we had the unfortunate situation in 2011, Anambra provided us with a home in Abuja for years on end until the United Nations house was built. So we are here to also show gratitude to the people of Anambra. Excellency, I'll keep my message short because I think the moderator says we shouldn't speak too much. But I wanted to touch base a bit on the theme of the conversation today, which is about shifting gears. Why do we have to change gears? Why does it matter now? And I just wanted to say about 4 things why it matters now and the imperatives for us to change gears. As the largest development agency in the United Nations family, we see where the trends are going. Development financing is shifting. The good old days when we have overseas development assistance are almost over. Humanitarian financing is also shifting. It is going to where the crisis is. Now, what does it mean for us? It means that Anambra and the people of Nigeria must begin to look internally into how do we create wealth for our people. The second reason why it matters is because of the development imperatives. As we are today, we just came back from New York a couple of weeks ago, where we were talking about the Sustainable Development Goals and the Pact for the Future. As we stand now, with only 12% of the SDGs are on track. 50% are neither here nor there, and the rest of them are stagnating. In other words, for a country like this that is the largest in the continent and the anchor of Africa, we must be able to make the shifts when it comes to the development agenda. That is why it matters. And the third reason why it matters is because of the need for economic competitiveness. Africa is still playing catching up in many ways. And we need to be able to move the needle on development. And finally, why does it matter? It matters because we are in times of crisis and uncertainties. Today is climate change, tomorrow is war, it is COVID. For us to be able to be resilient to crisis and shocks, we need to find solutions, and that's why we are here to support the solutions agenda as United Nations Development Program. Perhaps just a few words as I try to wrap up. What does Anambra have to do? What are the enabling conditions to make this place the space to come to invest? And I know I'm preaching to the converted, but let me mention a few things. And I'm glad the Minister for Regional Development is here. It will call for a lot of regional partnerships and building regional value chains. What is the partnership between Anambra and the rest of the states in the country? We see partnerships, for example, between Lagos and Niger State now, where they are talking about food security issues and Niger is producing for Lagos. What can Anambra do with other partners? But beyond looking within, what about external partnerships? Yesterday we saw you in your beautiful car IBM. We know Uganda is producing also by Kira Motors. What about partnerships where you produce parts here and they produce parts there, and we leverage the Africa Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, for example? That will become key, especially with also states like Abia, which are next to you. The other thing is the infrastructure development. It's going to be very important. There is no way that we can push the needle on investment when we don't address the infrastructure question, particularly the energy question. There is no way. And therefore, Anambra needs to keep an eye on investing in some of these spaces. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is around streamlining business regulations. Again, I'm preaching to the converted, and I'm just saying that very briefly. Thirdly, human capital development. By investing in young people especially. And yesterday, I was delighted, Excellency, that we could break ground for the new makerspace here in Anambra, where we can have spaces where young people, young Anambrans, young people in the region can come to and experiment and prototype and do things differently. And finally, building private-public partnerships. We have inspiration inspiration from a number of countries that Anambra can draw from. Rwanda is one of those areas where they have pushed quite a bit on the business environment reforms. Again, we can share some more documentation on that in the interest of time. Ethiopia's strategy around industrial parks is something that we can draw inspiration upon. Morocco's renewable energy investment, we can draw inspirations from that. Singapore's skills and workforce development, we can draw inspiration from that. And I should say that whilst we are very humble as development agencies, Singapore today, and part of the reasons where they are today, is that UNDP's economists and policy analysts sat with them and to dream the Singapore of the future. And that's why we see some of the progress today. And we see so many of these things in the world today that we can draw inspiration from. So I just want to conclude, Excellency, that we have fire in our belly as United Nations Development Program, and indeed fire in our belly as United Nations to support the development agenda of Anambra. And I always say that when Nigeria succeeds, the rest of the continent will succeed. And from where we sit, we pledge our commitment to you, we pledge our support to the people of Anambra. And I've seen all the inspiration yesterday with a lot of young people who are really yearning to push forward. And again, to say that we also would partner with the business community. And I was sitting next to Dr. Maduka there, telling him that we are coming with him and we want to be able to mobilize all those business partners to be able to push that agenda forward. So let me conclude by thanking you once again for inviting us, and I wish us all very fruitful deliberations. Thank you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Can you sustain the applause? Give them more round of applause. Let us sing the daughter of Africa, a woman of immense character, the country director, UNDP, yes, Rev. Miss Elsie Atafua. Thank you very much, ma'am. And she's testifying to the fact that Anambra State is on the right track with Professor Charles Soludo, CFR. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to listen to the CEO of Fidelity Bank PLC, Mrs. Neka Onyalipe, but I'll be represented here by Paula. Please put your hands together for her as she comes forward, to talk to us. Please, we want to beg of you, ma'am. They said I should tell you 2 minutes. I should beg you to talk for just 2 minutes. We are craving your indulgence, ma'am.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Anambra State, Professor Charles Soludo, CFR, the Deputy Governor of Anambra State, Dr. Your Excellency, the High Commissioner for Kenya, the Honorable Minister for Regional Development, please permit me to stand on the existing protocol. I'll be taking the goodwill message Governor Charles Soludo for his dedication to creating a prosperous and economically resilient Anambra. His leadership has fostered an environment where businesses can thrive and investors can harness several opportunities that now abound within the state. I would like to recognize the Anambra State Investment Promotion and Protection Agency, ansippa, for its exceptional work in promoting investment, facilitating business activities, and creating a welcoming environment for investors and businesses alike. The impact of these efforts are evident in the development and transformation we are witnessing today. It is indeed a great honor to participate in this gathering of innovators, leaders, and investors dedicated to shaping Anambra's economic future. Fidelity Bank is proud to have been part of this summit since its inception in 2023. Issues that range from slow economic growth, fluctuating commodity prices, and limited tax revenue to rising public debt remain the core challenge of economies all over the world. It is this dilemma that makes platforms such as this both timely and critical in ensuring the long-term development of the state and curbing the rising pressure on state finances. At Fidelity Bank, we view these challenges as opportunities to champion partnerships that will define the economic landscape in Anambra and beyond. This year's theme, Changing Gears, Accelerating Anambra's Economic Transformation, speaks directly to Fidelity Bank's mission of helping individuals grow, inspiring businesses to thrive, and empowering economies to prosper. Anambra State's potential is boundless, and with the strategies and partnerships emanating from this summit, we can achieve extraordinary outcomes. We wish to reaffirm our commitment to supporting Anambra State's economic growth and transformation as we encourage all participants to seize the opportunities presented by this summit to forge meaningful partnerships, explore innovative solutions, and commit to long-term strategies that will accelerate Anambra's economic transformation. Together, we can build an Anambra that not only meets today's needs, but also anticipates tomorrow's opportunities and take action today to meet it. We thank God for Anambra State, and we always wish Anambra State the best. Fidelity Bank. Thank you.